Oh, what's up guys, it's Jukes. So, in this video I'm going to do like a FUT Champions recap video. Hopefully this will be the first of many. I really want to start and get a series on their way with FUT Champ recaps. So I ended up recording the last 4 games of my past weekend league, but I had like three rage quits, and the video was going to be extremely short, and I didn't want to do full games of all 4. So next weekend, or this upcoming weekend, because it's starting in well, the weekend league starts in 8 hours. I'll do like my last 8 games, and then I'll do like just goals only of those 8 games, and then talk over that. So I definitely made a mistake of just doing 4 games. So I guess I'll go over some of my games in the Champions channel. Maybe I'll play like 1 or 2 on fast forward and just talk over that a bit. But yeah, I ended up going 40-0, and we finished 4th in the world for weekly. Like I mentioned in my rewards video, I was 5th, but there was a guy who glitched. So there was a guy who glitched who was ahead of me, so I ended up getting up to 4th after EA removed them. And the past 2 weekends, we ended up only doing 37 wins, so we're still in the top 100, but we're not in the top 64, which is what you need to qualify for this month. And I was actually 76th, I think, as well, and there was probably a guy who glitched in the top 100 for monthly as well, and EA kicked them out. So we'll probably need 39 to have a good chance to qualify. A 40 would probably seal it, and then a 38 would be very risky, probably luck based whether or not we get in. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think I'm capable of going 40-0, but I could easily go 38 or 37 again. So we'll see how it goes. I didn't play as well as I should have in the first 2 weekends, so did give myself a chance to qualify, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so we ended up going 40-0. Let me go over to Champ's channel. I had, like I say with any 40-0, like you need to have some luck to go 40-0, and I had some games where I got a bit lucky, but in the games that I got lucky, I felt like I made a lot of comebacks in the game. Like there was this 7-7 game where it was insane. I was down 3-0, then 4-1, then 5-3, then 6-5, and finally when I got the lead in extra time when it was 7-6, ended up choking that away, and I ended up winning in pens. So I had some tough games, definitely. I also had I had a good amount of rage quits this weekend too, but let's go over this game, because this was probably the best, or the toughest game I had in the weekend. This guy went 38-2, and ended up beating him only 3-2, and it was 92nd in the world for the week. So definitely, probably the best opponent I played this weekend, unless there was someone good who ended up rage quitting. But yeah, like I say, with any 40-0s, you need some luck, and I did think I played better this weekend, but I definitely had some luck that went my way as well. So alright, let me pause and show his team, and then I'll just fast forward in and kind of talk over some sequences that occur. Yeah, I actually had a better team than me. I had Baby Ronaldo, not sure which Overmars that is. I think that's Prime Rui Costa though, and I think that's Baby Vieira, and I know that's Baby Hullet, and not sure which Desai that is, if that was a center back or if it was the CDM version. But yeah, he had a stacked team, man. He had obviously I have a very good team as well, but he had a better team than I did. And what's it called? Yeah, I did not have Bale during this game, so I was going with Messi and Ronaldo up top, and Suarez was the cam. So what's it called? I ended up getting Bale, I think, for my last 20 games, because I was getting a bit annoyed with Messi. With Messi at left striker, I wanted someone faster there. But yeah, this was a very tough game. Obviously, at the start, I try to score if I can from kickoff because of the insane kickoff boost. But I ended up messing up. what's it called? Yeah, he also, I think he was using the 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, so the game was going to be fairly open, I guess, because I wasn't coming up against 4-2-3-1 narrow where they would kill me with possession. But yeah, this weekend I felt like, what's it called? I felt like I played pretty well, and then I had some luck, and that's pretty much what you need to do well or go 40-0 in the weekend league. It's just the type of game FIFA is, honestly, but we'll see how we do next weekend, I guess. I do have some decent coins to upgrade the team. I don't have the amount of coins I want for like the major upgrades, but we can upgrade the team. The team, I felt like, did play well as well. Like, I went back to using a medium-high CDM in Conte. I felt like it just less gaps occurred from that, but if I can upgrade him, I'll definitely upgrade him if I can. So there's the first goal with Messi. It was a pretty simple sequence. I actually left, or not left, L2 pumped that with Pogba, so you got that like edgy animation there, and we just did a simple through ball to Messi. And then like once you get into the box this year, just driven anything if you can. Even driven finishes work, but driven shots in general are the go-to move. And I probably, like that sequence there, I should have shot that with Ronaldo. I tried to walk it in, got way too cocky there. But yeah, this guy was not easy to defend. One, he was a good player, as you guys see, and he has a very good team. And even the baby R9 is not easy to contain. He's got insane pace, and plus icons in general are just very good. Even that sequence of Messi there, I probably should have shot that. I do have a bad habit of trying to walk it in too many times this year, especially with how certain shots go in from like the weirdest angles this year. I should probably take more shots, and not even that, just rebounds can always occur as well. So definitely have a bad habit of trying to walk it in too many times, and it can come back to bite you. But at the moment he hasn't done really too much. We have kept the ball pretty well on him, and he had that one chance with Overmars, but we ended up giving him a tougher shot than what he would have wanted. And I felt like I moved the ball pretty well, but at times I got to the final third and it was a bit sloppy. But yeah, this guy was definitely the best guy I played, the best opponent I played quality wise, even though it maybe wasn't my toughest game, just from how the game was going. But it was definitely a tough game. Unlucky that through ball did not get through to Ronaldo as well. Yeah, so the team, like I said, I like the team. I'm not a huge fan of Alaba. He's probably the player I dislike the most. He just feels incredibly weak. So I will not use him for the next weekend league. I will definitely upgrade him. I actually did get Alex Sandro, and I'll probably keep him because everyone uses him. So I conceded a sloppy goal there. Should have done a better job of recognizing that run from Rui Costa and switching in time to cover. It's just really hard at times to time player switching well, because player switching is like incredibly slow this year, and if you don't, you have to like time the switches in advance. If you do it during the action itself, you're going to be way too late. So like right there, you saw that instance with Alaba. I switched to him in advance and I tracked the run myself, which is kind of what you have to do at times, because the AI is really not going to track much runs for you this year. They'll form those like blockades and stuff when your opponent is not moving the ball as quick, but when they move the ball quickly and they start going on those runs, like you'll pretty much have to track the runs manually if you want to shut out a chance of occurring. So yeah, it's halftime. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I made any changes at halftime. I'll check. Let's check if he made any changes at halftime. He did not, and I don't think I did it either. I'm not sure if I subbed on Alessandrini in the second half. I cannot remember, but as you can see, the stats, it's fairly even. He had more shots. I felt like some of them were pot shots that weren't going to go in. I probably should have had at least 2-3 more shots, but I ended up messing up. So it was a pretty even game. I had more of the ball, but I wasn't doing as much with it as I probably should have. But this guy had a very good team. He did play pretty well, so it was not an easy game. And I got a bit lucky there. He ended up hitting the post. from kickoff, of course. So it was a bit of luck on my part. Like kickoffs this year, like I said, I've talked about it a few times. It just seems like, and obviously the formation I use as well, it's even harder to defend kickoffs because you get that bug that occurs with the left center mid switching positions with the CDM, and then you have the cam switching positions with the right center mid. So it just makes it even harder to defend. Well, like it just seems like the defensive sliders are toned down so much, and the attacking sliders are like increased almost to the max. So like it's not easy to defend, honestly. Like I don't even think offside trap works. It just seems like it's kind of slow. But yeah, as you can see again, I didn't track the run manually. I did it too late, and that's a simple finish with Overmars. So we were actually down 2-1, and we ended up making a nice comeback. So I subbed on Alessandrini here. Yeah, I subbed on Alessandrini. I took out Conte and I dropped Petit to CDM. That's usually what I do if I'm chasing the game. I'll take out Conte and just put Petit at CDM. I can't remember if I put my fullbacks on balanced or not. That's something I also do because they're usually on stay back, but when I want to chase the game, I pop them on balanced just for that extra support in attack. So at this point, you can probably tell from how I was defending, I was getting a bit impatient, and he was starting to keep the ball a bit more. So I was getting nervous. I can't remember at what point we ended up playing. I'm not sure what my record was at this game, but I was obviously, you know, still undefeated, so I did not want to lose. And you know, I kept pushing for the goal. As you can see, like my fullbacks are definitely unbalanced. You see Walker pushing up there, so I definitely got lucky with the finish there. It was a weird animation that Walker ended up doing, but it was a nice workaround. I really should have finished that with Pogba. I'm not sure how I ended up missing that. So we ended up getting the equalizer very early. So got a bit lucky again from kickoff with Vieira missing that. So again, like I said, kickoffs, like at times I defend them well, but at times like I feel like my player switching is just so delayed and it's just hard for me to do. And just like I said, the formation I use in general, it's not easy to defend kickoffs with. So but I got lucky a bit there. So moved the ball around nicely here. Got a bit lucky. It bounced back to Ronaldo, and like again, I'm trying to work the ball around so I can get a clear shot. So I'm not forcing a shot and then it gets blocked and it falls back to my opponent and he's on a counter. But I mean, he got a bit unlucky there where he wins the ball back and it kind of falls back to me. So I'm still like working the ball around. And again, he loses the ball and I get it back again. So. And that he gets a nice block in, but again he loses the ball and I get it back. And it was a crazy sequence that he ended up winning the ball back so many times, but he just ended up getting like unlucky bounces to him, or ended up rushing play and I kept winning the ball back. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep the ball and make sure I get a good shot so I don't rush it. And again, I got a bit lucky there for sure. Again, I'm still not sure how Messi doesn't finish that first time as well. Like I moved the ball around nicely, and like when you get those chances, it's annoying that you have to like rely on rebounds to score, because like that Messi chance should definitely go in. So at this point, I'm just trying to keep the ball and not lose it. So I'm not trying to go for attacks at all. I am deploying the time waste. I'm just not going to risk it. The guy has played extremely well, and I just do not want to risk going into extra time. So not even trying to score, just trying to keep the ball as much as I can. And obviously he's starting to press a bit more, so it's a bit more difficult. But with the indicator being in the game, you can pretty much know exactly where your opponent's going to press from, and it's fairly easy to keep the ball. So I ended up just passing it back to my keeper at the end there, and we ended up getting the win. That was definitely a tough game. 3-2 win. Probably the toughest game that I had opponent quality-wise of the weekend. So pretty simple finish with Messi there. Like I said, did a L2 pump with Pogba, where if you like tap L2 as you're going on the run, sometimes they'll evade tackles and we'll get some weird animations from it. So yeah, I should have switched to Walker there if I could have, and then tracked that run, but I was still on Conte and I was running behind Rui Costa all the time. So then obviously we got a bit lucky here from kickoff, although it was on Overmars' weak foot. I think he has 3-star weak foot. But then Overmars makes me pay. Like here again, I'm probably should have switched to Bai to cover the run, and then I could cover his player running forward as well at the same time, but I miscalculated that, and I moved the ball around nicely here with Pogba, and I definitely got lucky with the rebound. You know, I scored 2 rebound goals to win, but I felt like the first shots that I had I should have scored, so it was a bit weird. And again, kind of got lucky from kickoff. I probably got more lucky with this because it was on Vieira's strong foot, but he just like puts it completely wide, which you really don't see much with long shots this year, especially with an icon as well. Then once we didn't concede from that kickoff, I just tried to move the ball around as slowly, as patiently as possible, as you guys saw, because I did not want to give him an opportunity for counterattacks. So we moved the ball around nicely to Messi, and then he ends up missing the first shot. I really don't know how I missed that, and he ended up getting a rebound again. So, but yeah, this has turned out to be a much longer video than I hoped for. That fast forward feature doesn't go as fast as I thought it would. But yeah, so like I said, I did record the last 4 games, but they were 3 of them were rage quits. It would have been like an extremely short video. So the next recap video I'll record like 8 games, and then just show the goals of 8 games and then talk over that. So I only showed 1 game, but the game was against a very good player with 38-40, and he had a very good team as well. So I felt like that would be better than to just go over some other games. I would have showed the 7-7 game, but 7-7 game, what is it? Yeah, this one. I would have showed this one, not that one. I did show that one. I would have showed this one, but I felt like it would have been better to see a game versus someone who did go 38-40 and just kind of see how, I suppose, a high-level game kind of plays out. But yeah, guys, that is the end of this video. If you guys liked it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Like I said, next recap video I'll have more games and more goals, and I suppose more action. Let me know if you did enjoy this type of recap video. If I could throw in like an extra video where I just go over 1 game in fast forward, or if you want me to slow it down, let me know so I can talk over that as well. But yeah, thanks a ton for watching, guys. If you did like the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up as always, and I will catch you guys next time. Take it easy.